September of 2020, I took my one and only scouting expedition to the mountains of Pennsylvania on state forest land. And the last place that I scouted was on top of a mountain, and there were about half a dozen hawks circling directly over my head.
Well, this looks like an eagle or a hawk right here, just searching for food. Kind of hard to get on video, but trying. Oh, there's a second one right here. There's two of them.
And I thought it was a crazy sign at the time. But little did I know that that was a omen or a shamanic sign of things to come. So near the end of October 2020, I returned to the mountain where I saw the hawks circling over my head and sat down on a logging road right in the middle, and was startled to look up to see a bobcat who was sitting there in the middle of the road about 75 yards away watching me, and his tail was flipping back and forth. And again, this was a sign from nature that indicated that I was in the predator mode, as so was the bobcat. And then the bobcat quietly or subtly turned 180 degrees and slowly walked away, and I captured just 2 pictures with my digital camera. And after that, I looked 180 degrees down the logging road and looked up to see an 8-point buck that had been standing in the middle of the road watching me, and also probably the bobcat. Which brings us to the third and final shamanic sign that occurred when I was doing some in-season scouting during the final vacation week for my archery season. And I found a traditional area loaded with sign, but the final shamanic sign was one single hawk appeared, circled above me, and then flew directly straight down to the ground to pick up prey, possibly. But that last swoop straight down to the ground would be the final resting place of the 8-point buck.
It's November 18th, and I finally shot a nice Pennsylvania racked buck right here. He stood directly behind this tree at like 15 yards facing me, and his eyeball looked on either side of the tree at me. And I was just holding the crossbow, and he was dead on facing me. Just prayed that he would turn broadside. And he finally did. Shot him at 15 yards. I put the crosshair right in the center of his lungs. And I saw that bolt hit him right where I was aiming. He did a quick dash over this way. And the other end of this blowdown is where I'm going to start looking right away, because I think he went down there. I've located my bolt about 50 yards down the blood trail. So he took it that far. And there's bubbles in the blood. That means it's a lung shot. So he should be within the next 50 yards, hopefully. They can run up to 200 yards. They can even go farther depending on, but I know this one's hit. He'll be within another 50 yards probably. I will just leave this here for now. Come back for it later. Alright, so after I found this bolt, he only made it another 20 yards or so. I'll pick this guy up. See, he walked this way. And I started to see blood heading into the cover here. Where he kind of cut through. Right here, I believe. We're gonna go look at him. This is about how far they run when you hit them in the lungs. Alright. Hey, alright. Nice deer. Perfect shot. You don't know how long I worked for this deer. This is just unreal. Yep, I hit him perfectly right behind the shoulder. The bolt finally passed through. So you see we got a nice little deer. Yeah, not bad. It's a typical 8, that's what I thought he was when I shot him. 3 up, and they usually have a little brow tine. This is about the 3rd deer like this I shot, my 3rd 8-point. And it's an absolute trophy on public land. Absolute trophy. And I'll tell you what, that adrenaline was rushing. When they're in there, he was looking at eyeball to eyeball. I was looking through my crossbow scope. And this blood on the side here is the pass-through. I shot him on the other side. He won't be too bad for getting out of the woods either. There's the entrance. Yeah, perfect. And broadhead did its job. I shot a single 2-blade broadhead. Here's the crossbow I used on him. We'll get him out here. Get him gutted. Yeah. Gorgeous deer. This just took so long. Well, these broadheads I've had success with as long as you hit them in the lungs. It's real simple. It's a licky blade, single blade. I bought these for traditional archery, but I just used the same from a crossbow. You know, from where I shot him, he might have made it 75 yards to 100. That's typical. You know, that's how bow hunting is. What a gorgeous deer. It's turned out to be a hot spot that I have here on the ground. Absolutely love ground hunting. Just the close range shooting that you get and your eye to eyeball with the animal, it just doesn't get any better. Thank you, Lord, for providing me with wonderful hunting experience, for allowing me to finally figure out these bucks, and just thank you. Alright, I'm going to get some important work done. He's got to be cleaned up and taken out of the woods. Beautiful Pennsylvania 8-point buck, public land.